welcome to the 4th episode of
Bad Dates.
Since this series premiered, I've had numerous comments to the effect of, "Give us a break, James. Not all your dates have been bad dates, have they? Surely you've had at least one good date." Well, my friends, the laws of probability would seem to dictate that yes, I should have had at least one good date. And in this case, the laws of probability have had their say, because I have had exactly one good date. It happened in 1998 when I was years old. A friend of mine from work had set me up with a friend of his. Now, usually I don't like to go out on blind dates because so often during a blind date you wish you were. Blind, that is. That's the joke. You wish you were blind so you wouldn't have to look at. Anyway, his name was Warren, and he was a very attractive Asian guy who was working towards his PhD in, well, why am I telling you this when I can just show you? Oh, Warren. Wait, that's the end of the date. I meant to show you the beginning.
Oh, James.
Oh, that's right. All we did was go back to his place and make out. We didn't even get dinner. Now I remember, that's why it was such a good date. We didn't say two words to one another the entire evening. Unless you count more caramel sauce, Warren. Afterwards, we were both embarrassed, and I left without even saying goodbye. We never saw each other again. Warren, if you're out there, shoot me an email. It's always nice to catch up with old friends. Now, I'm sure some of you are saying, "Give us a second break, James. You mean that in all your years, you've only had one good date? And that one was only good because it was nothing but an extended makeout session?" Well, a person doesn't start an entire web series called Bad Dates just so he can get other guys to feel sorry for him and therefore go out with him. No, he does it because his life has been filled, chock-a-block, with bad dates, one after the other. An unadulterated string of misfortune from my very first bad date to my most recent one, just a couple nights ago. I'm a woman dressed up as a man. Yeah, I know. It doesn't bother you that I'm a woman dressed up as a man. I once dated a can of Coca-Cola. Oh my God, not Bruce. Yes, Bruce the Coca-Cola can. What a dickweed that guy is. One date and he never called me back. Then I run into him in the street and he says he couldn't call me back because he has no arms or fingers. What was he supposed to do, hop up and down on the telephone digits? That's the same excuse he gave me. No, if I've heard it once, I've heard it a million times. I couldn't call, I have no arms or fingers. Men, well, cans of Coke. What are you gonna do? Did you ever date Carl, the piece of sentient fruit? No, but I did date Peter, who was also a piece of sentient fruit. Oh, Peter. That's who Carl left me to run back to. I'd rather date a fellow Hesperidium, he said. Men. Well, sentient fruit. What are you gonna do? Sometimes I think I should just become a lesbian and date women. But then I'd be a woman who dresses up as a man who dates women. At some point, even I'd lose track. Dating's confusing all the way around, if you ask me. So tell me, is there any chance this date is going to end up in the bedroom? Not so long as you've got lady parts. I could always get gender reassignment surgery. You'd do that? For a guy you just met? How do you think I became a woman in the first place? And that, my friends, was one of the better dates I've been on. I talked her out of undergoing gender reassignment surgery, and she and I shared a lovely dinner, and afterwards we took in a show. Then we said our goodbyes, and I went to Polk Street and picked up a male prostitute. I'm just kidding about the male prostitute. It was California Street.
James.